Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's 9 o'clock in the evening. Welcome to the channel, Djibouti channel for the English news. Here are the headlines of our editions. The President of the Assembly visited the sub-prefecture of Dora. On continental news, Riek Machar will sign the peace agreement. Thank you to join us. The President of the National Assembly, His Excellency Mr. Mohamed Ali Hamid, traveled with a strong delegation composed of parliamentarians from the district of Tajura to immerse themselves in the social and economic situation prevailing in the sub-prefecture of Tajura Dora. The deputies Omar Aden Saeed, as well as Ahmed Hassan and Hassan Omar, the President of Tajura Region Council Mr. Omar Hussein, and his local elected officials, as well as the Deputy Prefect of Tajura Habib Jilani, attended this event, which was of particular importance for the population of the locality of Malaho. To welcome the parliamentary delegations, a popular reception was organized by the population, followed by an interview with all inhabitants. The idea was above all to make people aware from the different projects in the regions, such as the construction of the road. Young people have been suggested to create small income generating activities, such as a small structure to accommodate tourists and drivers on the road. It was recalled that parliamentarians are always present with the populations to mediate and relate to the state. At the same time, with the help of the WAMI associations, food was distributed for 300 families from the Malaho regions. Finally, the President of the National Assembly and his delegation paid a visit to the Douda plain field with the rainwater of Karma, which makes the happiness of the cattle, goat and camel, the breeders, who will have enough reserve water and pasture for the next 6 months. The Regional Council, the relevant ministerials and parliamentarians can then provide technical support and advice. The construction of the road has recently led to the creation of jobs and the development of the sub-regions, but it has been stressed that the population must make an additional effort to appropriate opportunities and develop entrepreneurship. As part of the preparation for the start of 2018-2019 school year, the Minister of National Education and Vocational Training, His Excellency Mustafa Mohamed Mahmoud, met yesterday with the Inspector of Technical Education and Vocational Training, surrounded by the Acting Secretary General, Mr. Salah Alwan, issued the Inspector General. The Minister invalid the accountants of his later framing missions consistent with the transformation of the Djiboutian school and assigned to each of them and setting the mission-specific allocation to each of them. This mission later requires MINFOB officials and all levels of accountability to be results-oriented. Each inspector must also develop their annual work plan, recalling that the inspector remained the best trained cadres of the MINFOB. Mr. Mustafa Mohamed Mahmoud asked everyone to show a strong and personal commitment to stay on top of the tasks entrusted to him by the Minister. As part of its local health policy, the Minister of Health inaugurated a few months ago Peripheral emergencies at 5 recently inaugurated polyclinics since their advent. Attendance at the emergency level polyclinics recorded a steady rise in the 3 municipalities of the capital, equipment with a qualified personnel, modern technical platform, and adequate means and materials. Peripheral emergencies operate 24 hours and 7 days a week with the permanent aim of serving the Djiboutian population in their immediate proximity. It's a matter of bringing specialized health care closer to the citizens by ensuring better accessibility and lower cost services. The establishment of peripheral emergencies in polyclinics meets national guidelines enacted by the roadmap of the President of the Republic, Mr. Ismail Omar Gili, when formulating the health policy of our country. In addition, this strategy of peripheral emergencies has made it possible to relieve the urgence of reference hospitals that have increased their capacity. In addition to emergency care, polyclinics offer specialized services at the second level, such as stomatology, ophthalmology, but also maternity activities. These polyclinics are also operational at the level of each polyclinic. As part of the training, the National Football Championship of Djibouti Football Federation is organizing the second consecutive year of the summer tournament called Super League for the top 5 teams of the first division. This year the tournament is sponsored by the lifestyle company Abu Yasser, which awarded the Football Federation the different trophies of the team participating in this tournament. These trophies are made up of the cup of the winning team of this tournament, as well as the individual reward of the best goalkeeper, top scorer, and the medal of 3 first team of this competition. This award ceremony was presided over by the Vice President of the Football Federation, Mr. Mohammed Yassin, and the participations of the leader of the team participating in this Super League tournament, Abu Yasser. Al-Rahma complex organized professional training for youth to decrease the jobless. For more details, let's follow this report.
Industrial school in the complex Al-Rahma was created in 2007 with the official opening of the Al-Rahma complex by the President of the Republic, Mr. Ismail Gili. The Ministry of Education and Vocational Training oversees this prestigious educational structure. Since its establishment 11 years ago, some 4,000 students have graduated from this school, some of whom are now working in the school as teachers after completing their university education in some Arab countries such as the Young Abdi, Malini, Israel. This young men thanked the international NGO and the Egyptian government, led by the President of the Republic, Mr. Ismail Gili, for giving him this opportunity. He urged young people to take advantage of educational opportunity over in industrial secondary to reach the stage of self-sufficiency. This school includes the metal processing and welding department, the aluminum section, the electricity section, the air conditioning and cooling section for boys only, and the computer section for the boys and girls, the swim and the embroidery section only for the girls, according to the Deputy Director Amir Mohammed Usman. He told us that this school contributed greatly to the rehabilitation and training of young people and allows them to enter the labor market. He pointed out that the creation of the industrial secondary school was part of international NGO's effort to support and strengthen the government's effort to reduce unemployment, especially among young people in Djibouti. About 300 students are currently pursuing their studies in the industrial school of Al-Rahma complex, according to the regional director of NGO. The Al-Rahma Complex Industrial High School reflects the good relation between the government and NGO Al-Rahma, as noted by the director of the regional office of the organization, Mr. Abdul Ghani Al-Dayashi. He took this opportunity to welcome the fruitful cooperation between his institution and the Djibouti government led by President Ismail Gili. The great success achieved by the Al-Rahma Complex in Djibouti reflected the will of the organization to keep pace with the effort of the government of Djibouti to achieve sustainable development, said Mr. Alda Ghani Al-Qureshi. It should be noted that the products of this industrial high school are very popular among Djiboutian citizens, and the managers of this institution intend to expand the various specialties in the coming years.
This follow report will tell us about local companies who multiply their productions, different national productions.
Years more local manufacturers and suppliers emerged in Djibouti, becoming highly important to answer the demands of consumers. They produce many products needed in the Djiboutian market, such as water bottle manufacturing. Today, the number of Djiboutian mineral water manufacturing companies has increased, among other local suppliers of diverse goods. 4 manufacturers who produce mineral water bottles are based in the country. They are Crystal Water Manufacturer, the supplier and manufacturer of Vital Water, Bio Water Bottle Company, and finally, Tajora Mineral Water Company. Bio Water Bottle Manufacturer was created in 2010 and located in RTD region, in particularly PK49 district. They produce up to 2,000 boxes of water bottles per hour, and each box contains 6 bottles. One bottle holds 1.5 liters of mineral water. Thanks to the creation of Bio Company, job opportunities have seen the light, where 60 persons are employed and more than 100 are found indirect jobs. Vital Mineral Water Company has been created February 15, 2017 and is based in RTD region in PK44. The company has a capacity to produce up to 2,000 boxed water bottles. They come in a pack of 6 bottles, where each bottle contains 2 liters of mineral water. 4 Djiboutians are employed in the Vital Water manufacturer and 100 others indirectly. Established in the 80s, the Tajora Mineral Water Manufacturer is indeed the first producers of mineral water in the country. Although a few years ago it has stopped manufacturing, the company has restarted its produce in 2008. They produce 2,000 packs of water bottles per hour, and each box contains 6 bottles of 1.5 liters mineral water bottle. More than 70 persons work in Tajora Mineral Water Company. And finally, the Kubesh Company is the manufacturer of crystal mineral water bottle. To produce, they convert seawater into drinking water, removing salts and minerals from the seawater. They manufacture up to 3,000 packs of crystal water bottle. Each box has capacity of 6 bottles, each bottle with 1.5 liters of mineral water. 80 employees work at the crystal water bottle manufacturer. All these companies have indeed become a source of jobs creation for many unemployed and took part in the economic development of the country.
On continental news, South Sudan rebel chief agreed to sign peace deal mediator.
South Sudan rebel chief Riek Machar has agreed to sign a final peace deal with the government to end a brutal civil war after initially refusing to end it on Tuesday, a Sudanese mediator said. But earlier on Tuesday, in what was seen as a setback to ongoing peace effort, Machar refused to sign the deal even as Chopper inked it. Hours later, the Sudanese mediator announced that he had agreed to sign it. After intense negotiation by Sudanese mediator, Riek Machar agreed to sign the document on Tuesday, August 13. Sudanese Foreign Minister Al-Dresiri Ahmad told reporters.
U.S. leads call for Myanmar military to be held to account for Rohingya crackdown.
All countries, including the United States, called Tuesday for Myanmar military leaders accused by or she's threatening the operation of the country's Rohingya minority to be brought before international justice. The UN-backed finding mission said that Myanmar's top military generals, including the Commander-in-Chief Senior General Min Aung Hlaing, must be investigated and prosecuted for genocide in the north of Rakhine State. The crime is cited after a long inquiry including murder, enforced disappearance, torture, and sexual violence perpetrated on a massive scale. Several other Security Council members joined the call for the Peripheral to be brought before an international tribunal, including Britain, France, Kuwait, the Netherlands, and Sweden. They also call for a mechanism to collect and preserve proof of abuses. But China and Russia, which as permanent members of the Security Council have veto power, have said they prefer dialogue with the Myanmar leadership to resolve the conflict.
Here, dear viewers, we arrive at the end of this news. Thank you for watching us. Good evening.